The Second Battle of Saratoga, known as the Battle of Bemis Heights, is where the stakes reached a new high on October 7, 1777. If the First Battle of Saratoga was a spark, then Bemis Heights was the firestorm that lit up the Revolution. Picture this. British General John Burgoyne, already battered from Freeman's farm, still believes he has enough to crush the American forces. He's got no fresh reinforcements, limited supplies, and is hundreds of miles from any British support. But he's pressing on with a determination that's either admirable or downright reckless. The Americans, under General Horatio Gates, are dug in and prepared. They're stationed along the ridges of Bemis Heights, an advantageous position that gives them a sweeping view of any approaching force. But the real wild card here? Benedict Arnold, the loose cannon of the American side. Gates has essentially sidelined Arnold after a spat following Freeman's farm, but Arnold isn't one to sit on the sidelines when there's a fight. As Burgoyne decides to advance, he splits his forces aiming to strike from multiple angles. On paper, it's not a bad move, but the reality on the ground is far more chaotic. The British and Hessians begin their assault around 2 p.m., pushing up the slopes and through the trees of Bemis Heights. Almost immediately they meet a storm of musket fire and artillery blasts from the well-positioned Americans. Burgoyne's troops are exhausted, and it's beginning to show. Then, something unexpected happens. Arnold, yes, the same Arnold Gates tried to keep out of this fight, can't stay still any longer. He storms out of camp without orders, rallying American troops as he charges into the fray. Arnold becomes a force of nature, darting between positions, shouting commands and leading attacks that push the British back. His sheer energy electrifies the American ranks. It's as if his raw intensity alone is reshaping the battlefield. The British lines are starting to crumble, but there's one last stand near the Breymann Redoubt, a fortified position held by the Hessians. Arnold, reckless as ever, leads a daring assault, charging through heavy fire, rallying the Americans to capture this crucial stronghold. The fighting is brutal, hand-to-hand in some places, but the Americans overtake the redoubt, and it's all but over for Burgoyne. With his forces shattered, Burgoyne has no choice but to retreat. He eventually surrenders 10 days later on October 17, 1777, marking a historic turning point in the Revolutionary War. The Battle of Bemis Heights not only crushes British morale but convinces France to throw its support behind the American cause. And Benedict Arnold? For one brief moment, he's the hero of Saratoga, his bravery undeniable, his betrayal still unimaginable. Bemis Heights is forever etched in history as the day the American Revolution gained unstoppable momentum, setting the stage for independence.